Yo, what's up? Welcome to Beast Mode, episode 10. My name is Blessing. This is a very special episode of OK Beastmode because, as you know, every 5 episodes of OK Beastmode, I want to do something special. I want to do something out of the ordinary. And so this episode, I'm doing kind of a Q&A thing that I'm calling the question block. And so I tweeted out on my Twitter at Blessing Jr. I tweeted out, I asked people, hey, send me questions. I'm going to answer those questions. Boom. Got my phone. I got my Kanye West wallpaper right there. We're gonna answer some questions. All right, first question comes from Ian Prichell at Ian Why Not. Never heard of this guy. Ian Why Not asks, Blessing, why do you smell like an old donut? He also asks, but seriously, if you could be any RPG class, which class would you be? Now, this depends, right? This depends on if you're talking about real life, like if I could just all of a sudden in real life have the powers of any RPG class, or if you're talking about like if I could play any game and be able to choose whatever class I want. I am a fan of ninjas, and so if ninjas were an RPG class, I think that could work well in a game. Or like samurai, like I want an RPG where you play as like just dope stuff, right? Like a class could be ninja, a class could be samurai. I don't know, maybe like an RPG that just an open world RPG that just takes place in Asia. You know, that's not Persona or Final Fantasy or Tales or any Japanese RPG. Ben Bellevue at Mr. Bento Box asks, you're given an unlimited budget to put towards one project. That project can be a company or a product. What do you do? I've been asked this question a lot. I have 2 answers. I have a non-video game answer and a video game answer. My non-video game answer would be to open up a school for youth. That's like been one of my dreams going up. I don't know what happened to that dream. I don't know, it kind of just disappeared all of a sudden, but I used to have this dream of opening up a school to teach youth creative arts, so stuff like dancing, writing, visual art. I've always had like an obsession with art and self-expression growing up, especially in high school and even college. And so like me personally, I'm a dancer, I'm a poet, I dabble in Photoshop, I do like the graphics for OK Beast, and I've been doing graphics for a while. I don't know, I think self-expression is super important, like especially right now. People are super tense, people are super stressed, people are super like at each other's throats, and I think self-expression is a really healthy way to go about expressing yourself. If I had an unlimited budget, I'd invest into allowing creative arts to feed into the lives of the young. I think that's very important for people and for society in general. Gaming wise, if I could put unlimited funds, I'd probably get Rockstar to create like a 3D platformer just to see what would happen. Like I want all the money possible to be like fed in to a 3D platformer just to see what happens. Alex Van Aken asks, Nigeria versus Chicago. It's an interesting question, Alex Van Aken. First of all, nice to meet you. Alex Van Aken, tweet at me, let me know how you came to hear about OK Beast. What was his question? Oh, Nigeria versus Chicago. It depends. Are we talking about war? Because that would actually be a very interesting war. Can you imagine? Because Chicago has a lot of gang violence, and so like immediately your mind is like, oh well, Nigeria would like just demolish Chicago if it came to war. But when you think about it, like Chicago has Chief Keef's homies, they got Chief Keef's cousins. That's enough to like put up like a fair fight against Nigeria's army. But no, the reason why Alex Van Aken asks Chicago versus Nigeria is because I grew up in Illinois. Now, I'm not too familiar with Chicago. I grew up in Champaign, Illinois, which is 2 hours away from Chicago. And so I can't really speak to Chicago that well. I can speak to Illinois. Illinois is cool. It's the Midwest, and I feel like a lot of people will have like a misconception about the Midwest. People think that it's like, I don't know, country and podunk and like, oh, we support Trump all the way. And all those things are true. Nigeria is cool. Nigeria is, I lived in Nigeria for 2 years, and it's just really different, man. It has its issues. It has lots of issues. I think every country, every state, every whatever has its issues. Nigeria is a cool place to like at least visit for a little bit, because I feel like when I went to Nigeria, when I lived in Nigeria, I got such a large dose of culture and like a large mind bending experience that like it kind of changed my perception of everything. I think diving into a culture that's super different from the one you've grown up in can widen your lenses and like widen the way you think about the world. Like as an American, of course, like my mind is kind of focused and fixated on what's happening in America. And when I think of the world, I think of America. I think of like McDonald's and KFC and public school for free. And like I think of these different things, right? But when I went to Nigeria, that kind of warped my perception of what the world was. It made me realize that the world is a lot bigger than I thought. And so I think everybody should travel abroad. I can't really compare the two, like Chicago versus Nigeria. Well, one, because Chicago's a city and Nigeria is a country, but also because like they're just so different. Both suck. Pixel Brave asks, embarrassing high school story. Okay, well, I have a story that wasn't in high school because I can't remember high school, which is weird. This story is a thing that just happened to me 6 months ago. I auditioned for a Macklemore music video, and I went to this audition. I'm a dancer, in case you didn't know, and the way they did the audition was super weird because they had like a million people dance at the same time for the judges, and so like they had people go in groups. And so I went to the building. I went in with 4 separate groups of like 30 people, and they would play the music and have each of the groups come on at the same time and just freestyle all at the same time. And so like some of the tips I heard from people were like, 1, stand in the front so that the judges can see you. 2, make yourself noticeable. Do something different. Do something unique so that the judges see you. You know, like if you're dancing like everybody else is dancing, then you're not gonna get like pulled and chosen, right? You have to be different. You have to be unique. And so I did exactly that. I made sure I was in the front dancing for the judges when they called the group forward, and I was dancing and I was like, I don't feel like I'm doing anything big, anything special, anything crazy. And so I was like, oh, I know what I'll do. I'm gonna do a front flip. And so like I turn around like back to the judges. I'm like, and everybody's still dancing around me. I kick up, get ready to do this flip. I go for it, and my leg catches the judges table. The judges table falls. I fall. Everybody around me like, ooh. Now, no, there's like 70 people in this room seeing me do this, seeing this happen. I fall. The table falls. Everything falls. I look back and I see the judges just looking terrified, like I was gonna, like I just attacked them or something, because I kind of just did. And it was super devastating. And I got up and I was like, I don't know whether I should keep dancing because that's like good showmanship, or if I should just like walk away because I know for a fact I'm not getting past this Macklemore audition. And so that's my embarrassing story. I kept dancing, and it was super weird. It was super awkward. But that's kind of how I just live my life. I live 99% of my life awkward, just so that that 1% can feel special. Pixel Brave also asks, OK Beast origins. When and how did you meet Ian? Why not? I don't know. I'm being honest, I have no idea. I feel like Ian just came out of nowhere. Like he literally, I think he messaged me because I think he read like an article I did on OK Beast. I did OK Beast started without Ian, and it went on for months without Ian. And I want to say he reached out to me on Twitter, and we started playing games because he added me on PSN. I can't remember exactly how it happened. It happened super weirdly, and I think it was all due to like Ian reaching out and Ian being like, "Oh, this guy seems interesting. Oh, like he's doing the kind of stuff I want to do." And he reached out to me, and we played Overwatch. Overwatch is how I met like a lot of people, weirdly enough. And yeah, it kind of just went from there. It wasn't like anything super crazy. And so that's how we met. It was awesome. So that about wraps it up. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Blessing. This has been OK Beastmode. This has been the question block, the first ever question block. I'll see you on the next episode of OK Beastmode. Thank you so much for checking out OK Beastmode. If you enjoyed it, you should totally subscribe, like, and comment to let me know what you think. My name is Blessing. You can also find me on Twitter at Blessing Jr. You can find the OK Beast podcast on iTunes, and you can find more content right here on OK Beast.